Hello, my friend. This time, our story is about Mahatma Gandhi, a peaceful leader from India who used truth and nonviolence to help a whole country become free. As you listen, I invite you to relax and imagine each part of his life. This story is told in simple English, made for learners like you who love great stories. Let's begin the journey of Mahatma Gandhi. Chapter 1. A Humble Beginning. Mahatma Gandhi was born on October 2, 1869, in a town called Porbandar, in India. His full name was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. His family was part of the Hindu religion and belonged to a merchant class. They lived a simple and respectful life. His father, Karamchand Gandhi, was a local leader and worked in the court. His mother, Putli Bai, was deeply religious and full of kindness. She taught Gandhi to pray, fast, and care for others. These early lessons stayed with him all his life. As a child, Gandhi was shy and quiet. He did not enjoy fighting or playing rough games. He preferred to stay at home, read books, and spend time with his family. He also respected the rules and tried to be honest always. When Gandhi was only 13 years old, he got married to a girl named Kasturba. At that time in India, child marriage was common. Both Gandhi and Kasturba were still children. They learned to grow together through many years of family life. Later, Gandhi finished school in India. He was not always the best student, but he tried hard. His family wanted him to become a lawyer, so they made plans for him to study in England. Gandhi was nervous, but he agreed to go. In 1888, at the age of 19, Gandhi left India and sailed to England. It was a big journey for a young man. He promised his mother that he would live a clean and simple life there. He wanted to make his family proud. England was very different from India. Gandhi wore a suit, ate new kinds of food, and learned English customs. He also studied hard in law school. Slowly, he began to understand the world outside of India. After 3 years, Gandhi passed his law exams. In 1891, he returned to India as a lawyer. But when he started his law work, he did not feel confident. He had trouble speaking in court and was not sure what to do next. Soon, a new chance came. A company from India needed a lawyer in South Africa. Gandhi accepted the job and left for a new land once again. This next part of his life would change him forever. Chapter 2. A Journey to South Africa. In 1893, Mahatma Gandhi traveled to South Africa. He went there to work as a lawyer for an Indian company. The job was in the city of Durban. At first, Gandhi thought he would stay for only 1 year. South Africa was under British rule at that time. Many people from India were living there as workers. But they did not have equal rights. Gandhi quickly saw that Indians were treated very badly. One day, Gandhi was taking a train to another city. He had a first-class ticket and was dressed in a suit, but a white man told him to leave the first-class seat. Gandhi refused. Then he was thrown off the train. It was a cold night, and he had to wait at the station alone. Gandhi felt sad and angry. He had not done anything wrong. That moment changed his heart. He decided to stay in South Africa and fight for justice. Gandhi began to learn more about the unfair laws in South Africa. Indian people had to carry papers to move around. They were not allowed in many places. Some were beaten or sent to jail without reason. He started to help Indian people by giving legal advice. He spoke to groups and wrote in newspapers. He said that people should protest peacefully. He called this idea satyagraha, which means truth force. At first, only a few people joined him. But soon, More Indians came to listen. Gandhi worked hard every day. He read books, wrote letters, and gave speeches. He wanted people to stand up, but without hate. In 1906, Gandhi led his first peaceful protest. Thousands of Indians refused to carry their ID papers. Some went to jail, some lost their jobs. But they did not fight back with violence. Gandhi was also sent to prison many times. But he stayed strong. He wore simple clothes and ate simple food. He believed that change could come through love and truth. In South Africa, Gandhi lived for 21 years. He built schools, hospitals, and small farms. He taught people to clean their own homes and live with dignity. He believed that freedom begins in the heart. By the time he left South Africa in 1914, Gandhi was a different man. He had become a true leader. His heart was full of courage. He was ready to return to India and help his own people. Chapter 3: Awakening to Injustice. When Mahatma Gandhi returned to India in 1915, he was greeted with respect. People had heard of his peaceful work in South Africa. Many called him Mahatma, which means great soul. But Gandhi did not care about fame. He wanted to help the poor. India was still under British rule. British officers made the laws. Indian people had little power. Many farmers were poor and in debt. Gandhi traveled across the country to see their lives with his own eyes. He did not go in cars or trains. He walked from village to village. He wore simple white cloth and lived like the people he met. Gandhi wanted to understand their pain. He listened to farmers, workers, and women. In one village called Champaran, Gandhi saw how farmers were forced to grow indigo. They had to sell it to British planters at a low price. Gandhi helped them speak up. He stayed with them and led peaceful protests. The British tried to stop him. They told him to leave. Gandhi said calmly, "I will not leave. I will not stop." He was arrested but later released. The British had to listen. In the end, the farmers won their rights. After that, Gandhi went to a place called Kedah. There was a famine, and many farmers could not pay taxes. Gandhi asked the government to stop collecting money. He led marches and fasted to support the people. More people began to follow Gandhi. He was not rich. He did not use weapons, but his words were full of truth. He said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Gandhi believed in simple living. He started wearing khadi, a cloth made by hand in India. He asked people to stop buying British goods. He told them to spin their own cloth and be proud of Indian work. He also said that everyone is equal. In Indian society, some people were seen as untouchables. Gandhi called them Harijans, which means children of God. He wanted to end this unfair system. Step by step, Gandhi was becoming the voice of the people. He did not lead with power. He led with heart. He used truth, peace, and courage. More Indians began to believe that freedom was possible. By now, Gandhi had one goal. He wanted full independence for India. But he knew it would be a long road. Still, he was ready to walk it, one step at a time. Chapter 4: Returning to India. A mission begins. By 1919, Mahatma Gandhi was a leader known across India. People trusted his words and followed his path. But the British government still ruled the land. They made strict laws that limited freedom. That year, a new law called the Rowlatt Act was passed. It allowed the police to arrest anyone without a trial. Gandhi believed this law was unfair. He asked people to protest peacefully by stopping work for one day. Many people joined the protest. Shops closed, streets were quiet. But in some places, the protests turned violent. Gandhi was sad to see this. He said, "Violence is not the way. We must stay peaceful." Then something terrible happened in the city of Amritsar. On April 13th, 1919, British soldiers fired at a crowd of people. They had gathered in a park to protest quietly. Over 300 people were killed. Many were women and children. This became known as the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. The news shocked the country. Gandhi was deeply hurt. He knew that the time had come to fight for freedom. But he would not use hate or anger. He would use truth and peace. Gandhi began a movement called non-cooperation. He told people not to work with the British. He asked teachers to leave British schools. He told workers to leave British offices. He asked Indians to stop wearing British clothes. Instead, he told them to wear khadi and support Indian-made goods. He said, "Be the change you wish to see." More and more people followed him. Gandhi became the face of a growing freedom movement. In 1922, Gandhi was arrested again. He was sent to prison for 6 years. But even in jail, his spirit stayed strong. He read books, wrote letters, and prayed. After 2 years, he was released due to illness. When he came out, Gandhi saw that India had changed. People were more united. They were ready to fight for freedom in peaceful ways. Gandhi felt hopeful again. He spent the next few years traveling across India. He spoke to farmers, workers, and students. He taught them about nonviolence, honesty, and simple living. He wanted every Indian to believe in themselves. By now, Gandhi's mission was clear. He would give his life to the cause of Indian freedom. He would never stop walking the path of truth. Chapter 5. The Power of Nonviolence. In the 1930s, Mahatma Gandhi's message of nonviolence grew stronger. He called this path ahimsa. It means not hurting anyone by word or action. Gandhi believed that real courage means choosing peace, even in the face of hate. The British government still controlled India. But Gandhi showed that people could resist without using weapons. He asked them to stop working with British offices. He asked them to stop paying unfair taxes. This peaceful fight was called civil disobedience. Many people listened to Gandhi's call. They left their jobs, schools, and positions. They chose to stand with truth. Gandhi said, "My life is my message." He lived a simple life to match his words. He wore only a cotton cloth, made by hand. He ate little food and often fasted to show protest. He cleaned his own room and helped in the kitchen. He walked for miles every day to meet people. In 1930, Gandhi led a new campaign. The British taxed Indian salt, which every person needed. Gandhi decided to break this law in a peaceful way. He would walk to the sea and make salt by hand. This act would start a new wave of protest. Before the Salt March, Gandhi wrote a letter to the British Viceroy. He explained his plan with respect. Then, on March 12, 1930, Gandhi began walking from his home in Sabarmati. He was 61 years old. He walked for 24 days, covering 240 miles. Each day, more people joined him. Some walked part of the way. Some walked the whole distance. Gandhi talked with them, listened to their stories, and shared his dream of freedom. On April 6th, Gandhi reached the sea. He picked up a handful of salt and broke the British law. It was a small act, but it shook the world. Newspapers wrote about it. People in India and other countries saw the power of peaceful protest. After the march, many people made their own salt. Thousands were arrested. Gandhi was also put in jail again. But the message had spread. India's voice for freedom was growing louder and stronger. The Salt March showed the true strength of nonviolence. Gandhi proved that simple actions, done with truth, can change history. He believed that the soul of a nation must be pure if it wants to be free. The British began to talk with Gandhi. They saw that he was not just a man, he was a movement. Gandhi joined peace talks in London, but no final agreement was made. Still, he never gave up hope. He returned to India and continued his peaceful work. For Gandhi, the fight was not only against British rule, it was also a fight inside each person, to be honest, kind, and brave without fear. Chapter 6. Salt March. Walking for Freedom. The Salt March of 1930 became one of the most powerful moments in Mahatma Gandhi's life journey. It was not just about salt. It was about freedom. It was a real story of courage and peaceful protest. On the morning of March 12th, Gandhi began the march with 78 followers. They walked from Sabarmati Ashram near Ahmedabad. Their goal was the seaside village of Dandi. Along the way, people came out of their homes to greet them. Some walked beside Gandhi. Others brought food or water. Many just stood and watched. Gandhi walked with a quiet but strong spirit. He said, "We are marching to shake the roots of the British Empire." The road was long and dusty. The group walked about 10 miles each day. At night, they rested in villages. Gandhi gave small speeches. He told people about nonviolence. He told them to stand up, but not to fight with hate. More people joined as the days passed. Soon, thousands were walking together. Gandhi wore only simple cloth. His feet were bare. His face was calm. Every step was a message of peace. Finally, after 24 days, Gandhi reached the sea. On April 6th, he walked into the water at Dandi. He bent down and picked up salt. It was a quiet act, but very powerful. He had broken the British law without violence. This small action made big news. Around the country, people began to make their own salt. They were arrested, beaten, and jailed. But they did not fight back. They followed Gandhi's path of peaceful resistance. British leaders did not know what to do. They could not stop the movement by force. The world began to watch. Newspapers in other countries wrote about the Salt March. Gandhi became a symbol of peaceful protest. Soon, Gandhi was arrested. He was taken to prison again. But the protest continued. Women marched, farmers marched, students marched. The Salt Law had lost its power. The people had found their voice. After his release, Gandhi met with the British government. They asked him to stop the protests. Gandhi said, "I cannot stop truth. The people have awakened." The talks did not bring freedom, but they brought hope. The Salt March showed that one peaceful action could lead to big change. Gandhi had turned salt into a tool of freedom. He showed the world that strength does not come from weapons. It comes from truth. This moment became a light for other leaders around the world. Gandhi's walk for salt became a walk for justice. It was a simple, strong, and peaceful path. And it was only the beginning. Chapter 7. Jail, Struggles, and Courage. After the Salt March, Mahatma Gandhi became even more important in India's freedom movement. But his journey was not easy. He faced many struggles. The British government watched him closely. They feared his peaceful strength. In 1932, Gandhi was arrested again. This time, he was sent to Yerwada jail in Pune. While in prison, he heard that the British planned to separate Indian voters by caste. They wanted to create special seats for the untouchables. Gandhi believed this was wrong. He loved the untouchables and called them Harijans, meaning children of God. He believed in one India, where all people were equal. To stop this unfair law, Gandhi began a fast. He refused to eat until the plan was cancelled. People across India were shocked. They prayed for him. Leaders spoke to the British. After 6 days, an agreement was made. The fast ended, and Gandhi's health slowly returned. But his message was clear. India must be united. After his release, Gandhi returned to his work. He visited villages and talked to people. He taught them to clean their homes, live simply, and treat everyone with respect. He believed that true freedom began in the heart and the home. But the fight for political freedom continued. In 1942, during World War II, Gandhi made a strong call. He said, "Quit India." It was a clear demand to the British to leave the country. His voice was calm, but his message was firm. This new movement brought more protests across the country. Many leaders were arrested. Gandhi and his wife, Kasturba, were also taken to jail. This time, they were kept at Aga Khan Palace. Life in prison was very hard. Gandhi's health became weak. Then, something very painful happened. Kasturba became sick. Gandhi stayed by her side every day. In 1944, she passed away in the prison. Gandhi was heartbroken. Later, Gandhi also became sick. The British released him because they feared he might die in jail. But Gandhi did not stop. He returned to his mission with a quiet strength. He kept speaking about nonviolence and truth. He met with British leaders and Indian leaders. He believed that peace and unity were more important than politics. Even when his body was tired, Gandhi's spirit was strong. He said, "You may chain my body, but not my soul." His courage gave hope to millions. This chapter in Gandhi's life showed that jail could not break him. Loss could not stop him. Gandhi's journey was full of pain, but also full of purpose. His love for India kept him moving forward. Chapter 8. The Fight for Unity. By the mid-1940s, the dream of independence was close. But India now faced a new problem: division between different religious groups. Hindus and Muslims had lived together for centuries. But now, some leaders wanted a separate country for Muslims. This idea was called partition. It meant that India would be split into two nations: India for Hindus and Pakistan for Muslims. Gandhi was deeply troubled by this. He believed all people of all religions could live together in peace. He traveled across the country to speak about unity. He met Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, and Christian leaders. He said, "We are all brothers. We are all Indians." Gandhi walked from village to village, asking people to stay calm and respect each other. But tensions were rising. Some groups started to fight. In many places, violence broke out. Homes were burned, trains were attacked. Families were forced to leave their homes. Gandhi was heartbroken. He went to Bengal and Bihar, two areas with heavy violence. There, he began walking through villages to speak directly with the people. He stayed in homes, talked with families, and asked them to stop the hate. He often said, "An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind." In 1947, the British agreed to leave India. Independence would come soon. But the plan also included the partition. Pakistan would be a new nation for Muslims. Gandhi did not celebrate. He said, "I cannot be joyful when my country is being divided." When independence was declared on August 15, 1947, the country cheered. But Gandhi stayed away from the big celebrations. He was in Calcutta, trying to stop riots between Hindus and Muslims. He believed peace was more important than power. There, he began another fast. He stopped eating until the violence ended. People from both sides came to him and promised to stop. Slowly, peace returned to the city. Gandhi's fast had touched their hearts. But the country was still hurting. More than 10 million people had to move across the new borders. Families were split. Many lost their homes. Gandhi continued to work for healing. He said, "Only love can drive out hate." Though the leaders had made their decision, Gandhi never gave up on unity. He believed that India's soul lived in its people, not in borders or flags. He worked every day to bring hearts together, even when the world seemed to fall apart. Gandhi's fight was not just against the British. It was also a fight to keep India whole, kind, and just. He showed that true freedom must come with love, not anger. And he carried that belief to his final breath. Chapter 9. India's Independence. In August 1947, India became a free country. After nearly 200 years of British rule, the Indian people could now govern themselves. This was a moment of great joy for the nation. But for Mahatma Gandhi, it was a time of deep sadness. Gandhi had worked all his life for freedom. Yet, when the day came, he did not join the celebration. He stayed in Calcutta, a city that had seen much violence between Hindus and Muslims. Gandhi chose to fast and pray for peace on that day. When people asked why he did not take part in the big events, Gandhi said softly, "How can I celebrate when my brothers are killing each other?" For him, real freedom meant living in peace with all people, not just ending British rule. On August 15, 1947, India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, gave a famous speech. He said, "At the stroke of midnight, India will awake to life and freedom." Many people cheered and waved the Indian flag. There were lights, songs, and tears of joy. But Gandhi stayed in a simple home in Calcutta. He met with families who had lost their homes. He spoke with young men who had taken part in riots. He told them to drop their weapons and return to peace. His words were soft but powerful. His presence calmed many people. Some leaders said Gandhi alone had stopped the violence in Calcutta. Newspapers around the world wrote about his actions. A man without any position or title had brought peace with only love and truth. Later, Gandhi moved to Delhi. He stayed in a small room in Birla House. Even after independence, he continued his work. He helped refugees, gave speeches, and tried to heal the wounds left by partition. He was now known not only in India, but all over the world. Many leaders and famous people visited him. But Gandhi stayed humble. He wore the same simple cloth. He ate simple food. He continued to spin his own yarn. He wrote letters and prayed each morning and evening. Though the country was now free, Gandhi saw that the fight for peace was not over. There was still hate, fear, and pain. He believed that India's true independence would only come when people treated each other with kindness. He said, "Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes." He wanted a country that could learn, grow, and forgive. Gandhi remained a father figure to the nation. People called him Bapu, which means father. Gandhi's dream was not only political, it was also spiritual. He wanted a land where all people could live without fear. He worked for the poor, for women, for farmers, and for those without a voice. That was his vision of a free India. Chapter 10. A Nation Divided. Even though India was now free, the country was in deep pain. The partition had caused great sorrow. Around 10 million people had crossed the new borders. Hindus moved from Pakistan to India. Muslims moved from India to Pakistan. Along the way, many were killed. Gandhi had hoped that India and Pakistan would stay peaceful, but violence was everywhere. Villages were burned. Trains full of people were attacked. Children lost parents. Mothers lost sons. Gandhi was heartbroken once again. He went to Delhi to help the refugees. He walked through camps and talked with families. He sat with the poor and listened to their stories. He comforted those who had lost everything. His presence brought hope in a time of darkness. At the same time, many people were angry. Some thought Gandhi had given too much to Pakistan. Some believed he was too kind to Muslims. A few people began to hate him for his message of peace and love. Gandhi did not stop. In January 1948, Gandhi began another fast. He stopped eating to bring peace between Hindus and Muslims in Delhi. His health became weak, but he said, "I will eat only when peace returns." People were shocked. Crowds gathered in silence. Religious leaders and community groups came together. They promised to stop fighting. They gave their word to protect each other. On the sixth day, Gandhi broke his fast with orange juice. Peace returned, at least for a short time. But danger was still near. A small group of men were angry at Gandhi. They believed he had betrayed the Hindus. One of them was Nathuram Godse. He planned to kill Gandhi. He thought Gandhi's dream of unity was a threat. Gandhi knew his life was in danger. Many friends and leaders warned him. But he said, "If I am to die, I would rather take a bullet in my chest than live in fear." He refused to have police protection. He chose to live by his beliefs until the end. Each evening, Gandhi walked to a prayer meeting in the garden of Birla House. People gathered to hear his words and join in silent prayer. He always walked slowly, greeting people with a smile. His hands were folded. His heart was full of peace. Gandhi had given everything to India, his time, his health, and his soul. He had fought not with weapons, but with truth. He was now an old man, but his light was still strong. Many believed he was the soul of the new India. The nation was free, but not whole. Gandhi continued to work for peace, knowing that his mission was not yet complete. He believed that only love could heal a divided country, and he lived that belief until his final day. Chapter 11. The Final Days. On the evening of January 30th, 1948, the sky over Delhi was calm. The sun was soft in the sky. Mahatma Gandhi walked slowly toward the prayer ground at Birla House. He wore a simple white cloth and held his walking stick. A few people walked beside him. As he reached the steps, a man moved forward from the crowd. His name was Nathuram Godse. He stepped close to Gandhi and bowed. Then, without warning, he pulled out a gun. He fired 3 bullets into Gandhi's chest. Gandhi fell to the ground. His hands were folded in prayer. His last words were, "Hey Ram," a call to God. People around him screamed. Some tried to catch the man, but it was too late. Gandhi's body lay still. The father of the nation was gone. The news spread quickly. People all across India began to cry. Many could not believe it. Shops closed. Streets became quiet. In villages and cities, candles were lit. Gandhi had touched the lives of millions. Now he was gone. The next day, Gandhi's body was placed on a wooden platform. Thousands of people walked beside it. Some held flowers. Others walked in silence. His body was taken to the banks of the Yamuna River. There, it was cremated according to Hindu tradition. The flames rose high into the sky. People wept and prayed. All around the world, leaders spoke of Gandhi's courage. From Africa to America, his message had traveled far. His death was not just India's loss, it was the world's loss. In the days that followed, many asked, what would Gandhi want us to do now? The answer was clear. He had always asked for truth, peace, and love. He had shown the world how to fight without hate. That path was still open. Gandhi left no wealth. He had no house of his own. But he left something greater, an idea. The idea that change is possible through nonviolence. That one person, even without power, can change the world. Today, statues of Gandhi stand in many countries. His face is on Indian money. His birthday, October 2nd, is remembered as the International Day of Nonviolence. But most of all, his spirit lives in people who choose peace over hate. His final days were quiet, but full of purpose. Gandhi worked until the very end. He forgave those who hated him. He gave love where there was pain. And when he died, he left behind not silence, but a voice that still speaks. The real story of Mahatma Gandhi is not just about freedom. It is about heart. It is about standing for what is right, even when the world is against you. It is about never giving up, no matter how dark the road may seem. Thank you for joining this English listening practice and real story about the life journey of Mahatma Gandhi. His peaceful path touched millions, and now his story can help English learners around the world. This has been part of the Learn English Through Story series. Stay well, and until next time, goodbye, my friend.